Hmm. Good morning. Good morning. Monday morning, October 13th. It is pull day and it is cold out today. Finally, the cold weather, not cold, but chilly, needing a hoodie weather has finally shown up here in the Central Valley of California. It is like in the mid 50s right now. So for some of you in the north and places where it's snowing, it's not cold, but for California, it's a little chilly. Anyway, today we are in a new location. We are in my semi-clean garage. Yay. I spent all day yesterday, not all day, I did sit there and watch my football team lose, but I spent most of the day yesterday pulling everything out, making a big pile over there of garbage that needs to go to the dump, and organizing and cleaning it up and putting it back in there. And you can see it is a lot cleaner. I need a place to work out this winter, and I need a place to set up my new Zwift ride, as I'm going to start riding the bike on the Zwift game. But the more important thing is, I don't think we're going to be having I don't think we're going to have the store much longer. The economy is not doing fantastic for us. We are not even making enough money to pay rent and pay our employee, our daughter, and keep the lights on. So at this point, we're lucky if we're going to make it to the end of the year to hopefully go through Christmas and make as much money as we can, and then pay off as much of the bills before we close it down. So probably won't be having the store next this winter to work out in. So I had to have a place to work, which is right here, right here in front of the garage. In the garage, if it's raining, it's supposed to be raining later today. So yesterday I did get up and I did do my walk. I did 40 minutes of power walking with my weighted vest on. So I got that on in the morning. Then I sat down and had my coffee and just chilled and just thought about all kinds of crazy things that I don't like usually thinking about, because then you start getting depressed. So that's not what we're doing today. We're doing pulls today. We're doing X3 pulls. And I'm just doing, right now, I'm just warming up. I have the Serious Steel black band on there. I'm just warming up with that. Just doing basically just one. Just feeling it out as I'm talking here, drinking my coffee, chilling out a little bit. We got some rain already starting. I might have to move this inside. Thought it wasn't supposed to start till later today. So we're just kind of warming up with that. Getting the old flu juices flowing. I gotta figure out what is making my low back so sore. After doing the legs last week, and that was a doozy, that soreness creeped right into my low back. And it wasn't painful. It was painful, but it wasn't like it was before when I really kind of threw my back out. It was just irritating. When I get up out of a chair or something, you can feel it just like, hey, what are you doing? So I need to figure out something, some exercise that I need to start incorporating daily to strengthen that lower back, or to stretch it or something. So we're going to be doing some of that on the nice mat over there next to the unused motorcycle, which hopefully I can sell that this winter. I need to sell that. I used to, yes, it is Indian Chieftain 2015. I used to ride that to work and back for probably about like the last 5 years of work before I retired. I was riding that to work and back. It was so much fun. It's like about a 30-mile one-way trip to work, and it was so nice. And obviously after I retired, I didn't ride as much. Now I don't ride at all, because the wife, I have to be close by because of her disability. I can't go out on long rides with the guys or things like I was doing before. So the bike is just sitting in the garage collecting dust, not doing anything. So I need to clean it up and get it sold, and clean my garage out some, because I don't think I'm ever going to have a chance to really ride it again. So moving on to different things. So that's it for this morning's little chit chat talk. We're going to get this going, and we're going to get a workout on. All right, we're set up, we're ready to go. First exercise, deadlift. I've got the Paraforce band. We're gonna do the first set of that, and then we're gonna switch over and we're gonna do the second set with the Serious Steel black band. 2 sets, first set, total exhaustion, and then the second set, match those number of reps with the Serious Steel band. If it takes 2 sets, 3 sets, whatever it takes to match the amount of reps. We're gonna do it quickly right after. Whew. 20. I won't call that last one. 20 Paraforce, and then 2 sets to make 20 with a Serious Steel band. Whew. Whew, all right. We're gonna take a nice break because we're not in a hurry. And we're gonna set up our bent rows coming up. We're back. That was a longer break than I anticipated. As I got ready to get started doing the bent rows, I got the call on the phone that says that the wife wanted to get up, so had to get her up and get her situated on her chair so she could wake up for this morning. It is, I don't know, about 7:45, kind of just, you know, cruising along here nice and slow. I'm not in a big hurry. I like to be done by 8 o'clock or so, so then I can chill out a little bit before we get the day going. All right, bent rows. Need some more liquid chalk. When I went in to get her up, I had to wash my hands so that wouldn't get chalk all over her. All right, we're chalked up. Bent rows, dark gray. Like I said, I know I can go down a band and probably get more reps, but I want to stick right here with the dark gray because I'm going to get the same amount of reps with that green right after. Oh, 16. All right, 16 with the Paraforce. And then 2 sets to make 16 with the Serious Steel green band. You can see that tension on that Paraforce. I can't even get it all the way up to my gut. So really working on pulling it up as high as I can, and then really squeezing my back and trying to get as much as I can off of that before I let it slide back down slowly. Coming up, when I get to that stall point, really squeezing my back like isometric, and then really trying to pull it up even more if I can. That Paraforce band has some serious force in it. And then same thing with the green band. Trying to come up as high as I can, pausing like an isometric, and then really trying to get that last inch or two before I let it go back down. Whew. All right, got a small break and we're gonna do some curl to finish the day off. Whew. All right, we are set up for the last set of the X3 today. We've got the Paraforce white band. I'm gonna stay with that one until I can regularly get 30 drag curls, and then we'll move up to the light gray. But then I have the Serious Steel green band for the second set. That's how much the difference is on the tension of these bands. That band and then that band will be enough for the second set. Oh, oh my gosh. Eight, 20. Oh. Okay, whew. Oh, one set of 30 with that white Paraforce, and then 3 sets of 10 with that green band. Whew. Definitely feel that. Really trying to just stay in that drag curl position. Really coming up, really trying to get just chest height. I can see in the screen of the iPhone that I'm getting right about there almost every time. Obviously, once the fatigue starts coming in, then really a little bit lower, but really trying to squeeze it as hard as I can on those biceps. Once I get to that sticking point, really squeezing those biceps as tight as I can. And I have seen some growth since I've really been doing that. I've seen some growth since I've been getting back to consistently working out with the X3. I am taking 2 scoops of the perfect aminos when I wake up, and then I've been fasting until after noon. I've only been really having one big meal, and my wife's been fasting also since she can't exercise because of her condition. She's really wants to lose some weight, so she's doing some fasting, the one meal a day thing also. So, and then for that meal, I've been eating really as healthy as I can, especially when she wants to go out or she wants something. I've been really sticking with as healthy as I can food options. And then for dinner, before I go to bed, I've been taking 1 more scoop of that perfect aminos. And I have probably about like nine more jars of that perfect amino left. And when I'm done with that, then I'll go buy some Fortigen again and start using the Fortigen. But I want to use that perfect aminos up until I get to that point. I'm gonna take a little break right now, and I'm gonna set this up because I want to play with that sandbag for a little bit, really working on just ground, chest, shoulder, down, ground, chest, shoulder, down, just working all over the whole body. So that's gonna be coming up. All right, we've got this set up. I kind of turned the camera around, so we got the driveway. My driveway is sloped down, so the plan here is to do 6 chest to shoulders down, chest to shoulder, 6, so it's 3 on each side, and then pick that sandbag up, carry it out to the street, change shoulders, come back up, drop it, and then use my sophisticated counting system over here of removing a rock. I've got 5 rocks, so there's gonna be 30 reps total that I'm doing, whatever. So I just came up with that just as a finisher. And I got some Metallica blasting, so it's good. I get some get a focus on what I'm doing. So let's get some. Whew. Whew. Yeah, we're not in a giant hurry. We just want to get some work. And I got a new haircut. Yeah. Had to cut all the grays off. Some more chalk. This liquid chalk is fantastic. If you use chalk for, I like using chalk for the X3, obviously once you get sweaty hands. I don't want to lose that grip and end up with that bar in my teeth or something, or cross my toes. That's why I use the yoga block. But using the chalk, and that chalk sticks pretty good. I've been using powdered chalk for years, but when I was going to the gym, I know they didn't want powdered chalk all over the place, so I switched over to liquid chalk, and then so I just kept it that way. Six. It just feels good to pick something up heavy. Although, sandbag's only 90 pounds. Not super heavy. Still working on overall conditioning. Of the back, and just picking something up heavy on the shoulders. And I will be 60 next month, so I don't want to overdo it and hurt myself, so we're not going super heavy. We just want to feel some work and feel the whole body working at once. Oh. Oh. Seems kind of strange. It's Monday morning. After 8, I should have people walking by. I should have cars. People going to work, but it's a holiday. So that ain't really happening. I had to look up what holiday it was because I'm retired. I don't get holidays no more. Every day is a holiday. So I guess it's Columbus Day. Whew. All right, 2 more rounds. Now I'm really trying to pull this into my stomach, and then standing up and then rolling it up to my shoulder. I want to get that move down of picking it up off the ground, using my back, my quads, my glutes, my arms, everything to pick it up off the ground, pull it into your stomach nice and tight. Because when you get to the heavier bags, you don't want to end up doing too much and injuring your lower back. So just trying to get that motion down. All right, one more set to go. Here's a pro tip, or a rookie tip, I should say, since I'm rookie at sandbag lifting. Buy the bag of the weight you want. Because if you're gonna get a 100-pound bag and then you want to throw some extra sand in there to maybe make it 110, 120, you're really gonna pack it tight. And what happens when you do that and you throw it down on the ground like I've been doing, it doesn't give any room for that sand to expand. What ends up happening, no matter how good that sandbag is, you end up bursting the seams because you have too much sand in that contained space. So if you want to do like 120 pounds, then get a 150-pound bag and only put 120 pounds in it. It's going to be a little bit more sloshable, but it's going to be that weight that you want so you can move up. If you're going to get a 100-pound bag and put 120-pound bags in it, 120 pounds of sand in it, you're going to end up blowing the seams out. I did that last year when I got I think it was a 100-pound bag, and I wanted to put more in it, and I threw it on the ground, and I ended up busting the seams. So that's a rookie tip right there. Don't do that. So I have the 150-pound bag in the back in a trash can so that cats and everything else doesn't get on it. Now that I got the garage cleaned out in here, I'm gonna bring it into here, so I'll have that bag to work with, because I want to get back to working with that bag a little bit more, along with all the other things that I like to do. All right, last one. Let's see if we can do this one fast. Yeah. Whew, yeah. All right. That was it. We got 30 reps. 6 each time with a trip down the driveway and back. Whew. I'll take a little break, catch our breath, and we'll finish up. All right, that concludes this morning's workout. X3 Paraforce pull day was the main focus. Working on going to total fatigue with one set of those Paraforce bands. And then backing it up with a second set of the Serious Steel bands, matching the amount of reps that I got on the first one set. And then how many sets it takes to get to the same amount of reps. I'm liking this, that approach. Gives me a really chance to feel that Paraforce and feel the tension in that. And then after I'm already slightly fatigued, then doing one more set as the hypertrophy protocol, similar to what Dr. Jaquish talks about. but I'm just doing the same amount of reps with the serious steel bands. And you can see the difference in the bands when you're doing them. I think that white band is, you know, similar to doing the drag curls with that green band. It's not exactly the same because obviously I got 30 with the white band. I can't get quite 30 with the green band, but I can get up there into the 20s with that green band. So it's very similar to that. So I think maybe one more time of doing the white band before I switch over to the light gray band on the drag curls. I'm gonna stick with the bent rows with the dark gray. Although I'm not hitting 20 yet, I'm getting closer, I'm feeling more, and it really gives me a chance when you're pulling that up and you get to that sticking point, really keeping that tension tight, and then really trying to eke that last inch or two out, and then slowly letting it down and doing it again. And then backing it up with the green band on the bent rows. Fantastic. Deadlifts, obviously the yellow band is more than the Paraforce, so I could do the yellow band, but that tension up at the top is so fantastic. And then backing it up, hey, get down. Cats. The garage used to be their hangout when they were little during the winter time. So having the garage all cleaned out and having the garage door open, they're all excited to get back in the garage and check things out. So with the deadlifts, that tension at the top with that black band is so intense. And I did it this time without the wraps, which was really good. I know the last time I did it, I had to use the wraps because I thought my grip was going to give. So it's really good to just get that grip in. And then finishing off with some sandbag, ground to stomach, to chest, to shoulder, and then doing some walks. It was a good overall body workout. Makes me feel good. With all that goes on in my life, taking care of my wife who is functionally 100% disabled, and taking my life and basically giving it to her so that she can live a more fuller life. I don't get to do as many things as I would like to do. So getting up in the morning, getting my workout on, makes me feel good. It gets my frustration out, gets the endorphins going, gets me feeling good for the rest of the day of whatever that day is going to be, whether I'm helping around the house, which is basically doing the things that she points to and she wants done, or if we go somewhere, or if we're going to go work the store, whatever it is. It just makes me feel better after I get a workout on. Taking a couple days off like I did over the weekend was fantastic for the body. Like I said, I did walk. I got a big walk in, so that I did get that exercise in. But it feels good to do this. I do have, you can't see it right over there behind the bikes right there. I do have the Zwift ride showed up. I've got all that. I got the indoor stationary bike. I got the Wahoo trainer wheel. Got the handlebars. I've got my iPad or my laptop, whichever I want to use to play the game on. All I have to do is clean up a little bit more here, and then start setting it up and start getting out, figuring out how to use the dang thing. So I'm not sure exactly when I'm going to be doing that. I know I got some more work to do, but then again, you know, hey, my life is always on hold when it comes to taking care of the wife. Probably going to end up getting the workouts in early in the morning, because as far as sitting down for half an hour, 40-minute or an hour workout during the day while taking care of her is probably not going to be really conducive. Although I might start doing some of the rides in the evening instead of watching TV, which don't watch that much TV anymore. I watch mostly YouTube. I watch YouTube. There's shows on there I like to watch. If we watch TV in the house, we watch sports. We watch baseball during the summertime. We watch football during the fall, and she likes watching the Sacramento Kings. She likes watching them, so we watch the Kings. I'm not a gigantic basketball fan since Michael Jordan and Larry Bird and Magic Johnson aren't playing anymore. Just not the same type of basketball as it was back then. It's just not my cup of tea, but I will watch the games with her, and it is kind of fun to watch the Kings. Anyway, that's it. I'm rambling a lot. We're going to edit this up and get it posted. I'm not sure what tomorrow's Tuesday. Might be raining again. I might come out and do a push. I might go for a walk. I don't know. We'll see what tomorrow brings. So get it done. Go live your life, and I'll see you next time.